A very hello to everyone. Myself, Professor V.V. Uttarwar from KK College of Food Technology, Nasik. So, guys, we were on the chapter of legumes and oilseed technology. Among them, we are going to see the extraction of oil. So, in my previous video, I have introduced what is a little information or what is extraction process or which methods are involved in the extraction of oil and what are preliminary treatments. Now we will go for actual processing of this oil extraction. So basically we have seen there are two methods included in the oil extraction, the traditional method and modern. Expellers are simple mechanical devices that are hand or animal operated. These equipments work on the principle of mechanical compression and requires no electricity or fuel for the operation, as they are operated with the help of human energy or animal energy. That's why there is no electricity or fuel is required, and so that's why the energy input is zero, means output energy, outside energy, that is electricity or etc. is zero. So here only labor work is done. So they are fabricated using inexpensive components that can often be manufactured locally. Non-motorized expellers are used in rural areas for the domestic crushing of oilseed. The examples are given, that is dried coconut meal, mustard seed, groundnut, soybean, etc. So before extraction of oil, just they are crushed to get the more surface area. So being hand operated, these devices have low expelling capacity of about 2 to 5 kgs per hour or 20 to 30 kg per day. Output was there. So what are the different traditional expellers are included in oil extraction? The first one, that is indigenous method. So there is also called as traditional domestic method. There are some presses. So plate press and ram press, these two types of press are included. After that the screw press are also included. Then hydraulic press is there, but here there is a means variation or differentiation is given with screw press and hydraulic press. So both are same, but somewhat variation is there, that's why they are mentioned like that. So what is indigenous method? So in indigenous method, the hot water flotation is probably the simplest method and is still used in many rural areas. Seeds are ground manually unless a local mill is both accessible and affordable. The plate is the paste is heated alone at first and then with the boiling water. The mixture is stirred and brought to boil. After boiling, the mixture is allowed to cool, during which the oil gathers at the top and it is scooped off. So basically, whatever the raw material, just we have to make the paste of it. So grinding is carried out. So while grinding, whatever the oil glands are present, they burst, and that's why whatever the oil extraction, it will be mostly easy to extract. So that's why the firstly the paste is prepared, and after that the paste is firstly heated. So while heating, whatever the oil glands are there, so they starts to leach the fat, and after that there is a hot water is added and boiling is carried out. So while boiling, whatever oil is present or whatever oil is leached, it comes to top of that water, because there is a density difference in oil and fat, and whatever fat is there, it will be float on the water surface, separated from the oil. So in traditional methods of processing, oil seeds extraction efficiency about 40%. Extraction efficiency refers to the percentage of oil extracted based on the total theoretical content, which of course is never in practice obtained. So the extraction efficiency is generally low, and the problems often occur with the formation of oil water emulsion, which makes the final separation difficult. In some cases, salt is also added to break such emulsions. It can be used to process oilseed at the village level, such as groundnut, sunflower seeds, palm kernels, coconut, sesame seed, rapeseed, castor seed, etc. So these are, means this is a simple diagram of oil extraction with indigenous method. So firstly there is heating is carried out, so only paste is heated, and after that it is boiled with hot water. Next there is a ghanis. Ghanis originated in India, where they are primarily used to express oil from the mustard and sesame seeds, although in some cases they can be used for the coconut and groundnut processing too. The traditionally ghanis are operated by animal and can be manufactured locally. They consist in size nor cooked prior to their crushing. Heat is developed during crushing. So while the inner pistil is moving in mortar, so there is a slightly development of heat is carried out. So rise in temperature of the seed mass is appreciably very low, which provides an insufficient heat treatment to the oil seed. So about 4% oil is added in oilseed for the hydration of protein, which helps in releasing the oil during the crushing. So the oilseed cakes obtained from the ghanis have higher percentage of oil, that is about 12 to 14%. So these cakes used in solvent extraction plant for the further extraction of oil. So the mortar is fixed to the ground while the pistil is driven by one or the pair of bullocks or draught animal. It's located in the mortar where the seeds are crushed by the friction and pressure. So at that time, somewhat slight heat is increased or temperature is increased. So depending on the size of mortar and the type of the seed, an animal powered ghani can express about 10 kgs of the seed every 2 hours. So the ghani process requires much mechanical energy. A ghani can be operated by one bullock, that is the equivalent to the 0.35 kilowatt operated by, or can process 5 kilogram of oilseed in about 1 hour. So hence 0.35 or 0.07 kilowatt is required to process the 1 kg of an oil into or oilseed into oil. So this energy consumption is about equal to the maximum amount of energy required by a small oil expeller. The cakes obtained from the ghanis have high percentage of oil, that is 12 to 14%, as driven by animal energy. So the mortar, which is a in very large size, it is fixed to the bottom of means floor, and the pistil is attached to the one bullock. So this bullock means this bullock uh, continuously revolve around that mortar, and during this the mortar or pistil, sorry, the pistil which is working in that mortar, and it is pressing all the seeds or crushing all the seeds which we put in the that large mortar. So this is the actual picture. So you can see from where we have to add the oil, and oil recovery will be where. So the oil seed added at the upper mouth of mortar, and at bottom there is a small interruption is given. So at that point you can recover the whatever oil is leached from the that pressing or crushing of the seeds. So this is a simply animal driven ghani. There is a This is an example of motor driven ghanis. So these are made up of wooden as well as with the help of some iron material also they are used for the preparation of such ghanis. So here the whatever the working of pistil, it is done with the help of energy or electricity. So that's why they are called as motor driven ghanis. There is no use of any animal for the extraction of oil. Now we will go for different type of presses. So before going to places, we will stop here. So be connected with me for the next part of this video.